Welcome to WeTaku Anime Reviews, a podcast that happens every 2 weeks because I don't know how to say that. I want to say biweekly, but that's not correct. In which all of us get together and review an anime. It's basically what you get on the tin. It's the name written on the tin. I am Jovan, one of your hosts. I specialize in shonen, which today's show is definitely not. And with me are three lovely co-hosts. Please introduce yourselves.
I think it is actually considered.
Allan, I'll fight you.
I'm Thomas, and this used to be my favorite show. Used to be. And now I'm 3 years in college, and it's a little far gone now. But yeah. I still want to talk about it.
I'm Steven, and I think this probably used to be everyone's favorite show at some point.
Can confirm.
But I agree. I'm 3 years 2 years into college now. Also, biweekly is the word. What?
Oh, nice.
Anyhow.
Awesome.
Episode where...
No. Tom, you didn't change the name.
All right. No, I'm doing it now.
That's what I was just checking.
It's fine. It's fine. The Twitch viewers won't even be confused. We just really liked Real Taku. We're doing it 2 weeks in a row. We just want to talk about Shonen Battle some more. Allan, please introduce yourself. Save us.
Hi, I'm Allan. I like anime.
That's debatable.
Fair.
Wow, you weeb.
Wow.
And
I don't
today,
have a comeback.
that was sad. Alright, and today, we are talking about Season 1 of Clannad. Much like the Higurashi episode, we are doing one half of a full product here. Keep that in mind as we talk about it. We certainly will. We're planning to do Clannad After Story within the next 2 months, but because of scheduling things, hey, this is what it is. So we're doing Clannad today. I think I just want to say, I think Clannad was everybody's favorite show for the longest time. Season 1 of Clannad was never my favorite show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that right now. And Thomas the bag. Make the bag stop. Save me. Save me from this bag.
Let me mute it as they do it.
I apologize, everybody. I just...
Rip headphone users.
We're all headphone users. Alright. Thomas. Clannad, Season 1, is like... It is a slice of life. I'm not going to call this a shonen. When I say shonen, I mean battle shonen, damn it. Clannad it's a slice of life, follow a dude around visual novel adaptation where he gets his own harem and in the end he chooses a person.
Yeah,
so any problems with the summary?
No, so it's like a harem anime, but like it's not like he gets with every single person.
No.
In the game, like it's a universe reset every time, like it's very rough. It just restarts the story every time you select a new person, which is I think typical in most visual novels.
That's a typical VN thing, yeah.
But like most VN anime, it does the thing where it's like, here, we'll just put every path into the one anime.
Yeah, which they did well, I think.
They did better than I think anything else does with it.
Because it doesn't get with everyone.
No, that's why it's better.
But it has like every step until like he ends up with them, but then it switches.
It basically makes him the world's best friend in that, like, he is the great emotional support for, like, 5 different chicks.
Yeah.
Must be a hard time.
Considering all of their backstories, it's actually an incredibly hard time. There's a lot going on there in their world.
And so I never played the visual novel, and I feel really bad that I never did.
It is available on Steam for $20 now, I think.
It's better than it was when I first was looking into it. It was like 60.
Yeah, it's on sale. It's $27, $27.42 if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. Or 80. But yeah, so in the visual novel, I think it has all the arcs of the 5 main girls plus Sunohara. I think his dad is an arc, and there's one other person that you can end up with, if I'm correct. That's based off of knowledge that I looked just from looking stuff up like years ago. So.
To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what the... wait, I don't want to get into the spoiler section yet, but I will say that it does handle the like multiple girls and their backstories and like who they are very, very well. and makes each of them a character. You have different feelings about some of them. I'm not saying we liked all of them as a collective or as myself, but it handles the difference of routes and arcs very, very well while simultaneously telling a grander story. So I do have to give that to Clannad. Things I do want to talk about in the spoiler-free section, though, is soundtrack. This is the soundtrack of the visual novel, and it is really, really solid.
Yeah, it's good. It sounds like a visual novel, but it's a good visual novel sound. It's almost all electronic. It is all electronic, except for the openings.
And the violin playing.
No, that's electronic. That's got to be.
That's nails on a chalkboard is what that is.
That one, because they do play violin a couple times.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Like actual violin.
Yeah.
I'd say the soundtrack is probably the high point of season 1, at least. Personally, it's very, very good.
The opening might also be the opening for the visual novel.
Yeah. The thing is here, viewers, I'm going to be real with you for a second. You know what Clannad is. All of you know what Clannad. I don't know, like we usually start these shows like this is what it is and this is how we feel. You guys have,
It's so
maybe
good.
you haven't seen it, but you're aware of what Clannad is. All audience out there. So the soundtrack is solid. All of you have heard the Dongo song, whether or not you've seen the show, and now you know what that's from if you weren't aware.
And as Javon once pointed out to me, it's someone sampled it for a rap song.
It's so good, though. I can't say the name on air, though, so I won't.
Someone put it in chat.
Someone put it in chat. Alright, I'm not actually in the chat. Somebody else put it in chat.
But it is very good.
Now I have to open up the chat. I'll deal with it later. It's fine. Soundtrack's great. Animation style. Brought to you by the same guys who did Canon 2002, and also Canon 2006, which is considerably better.
It's KyoAni.
It's KyoAni.
KyoAni.
It looks really good. I'm not going to complain about it. It's exactly what you expect from a KyoAni visual novel adaptation.
And it was also back in the time when everyone thought that you needed blue lens flares, like everywhere. Everywhere. And it's not used gratuitously as it is like in many things, but like that first episode, like there's like a baseball scene and it's just like half the screen is just blue. Like my hand right there is just like blue, and you're just like.
Yeah. Have you seen anything else by KyoAni? And who makes the visual novels? Somebody help me.
Key.
Yeah. If
The
you've
Key
seen
coffee.
if you've seen anything by Key, you've seen these characters' character designs before. And I do mean anything. That said, for the show in the vacuum, they all look very good and unique and wonderful. No character looks bad. There's no moments where you're like, ugh, when you're looking at animation, with the exception of maybe the weird-ass basketball throw. But that was story, I guess. It wasn't physics, but it was story.
A lot of the more like supposedly supposed to be fluid moments, a lot of the actions might seem a bit stiff, but like that's not why you're watching it.
That's 100% not why you're watching it, yeah.
Also, I mean, it's a little dated now. It
is a little dated now, but man, if any of you guys like watched anime when this thing was airing, just watching this again will be like, oh man, that takes me back, because it does. It's what anime at the time looked like.
It looks well, considering it came out 2007, it looks pretty good. Like pretty good for that time.
Yeah. It does look good. And it doesn't have that weird shine that started happening around 2013.
Yeah, we didn't touch on it. It had a little bit of the filters.
No, it had like a different filter though. It had whatever.
It's softer.
We didn't talk about yet. A lot of people that I've tried to get this into, who may like anime or maybe like starting to get into anime, like they cannot get past the eyes.
Oh my
Just
eyes.
being everyone looks like a bug, and like I can't say that's wrong, But honestly, I stopped noticing it after like episode 3,
You
maybe.
get used to it, man.
Yeah,
It's better than
you do.
Fruits Basket, which is that was my I can't get past the eyes.
Nah, Fruits Basket was fine.
They're not shoujo eyes. So like
True,
they're
better
not
than shoujo
sparkly,
eyes.
you know, like
They're also not like 3 times the size of their face. They're only like
Yeah.
half the size of their face.
but I mean I don't know. They're very very anime. Very very anime eyes.
No, that's true.
I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah, I guess for us, it's not really a problem considering we kind of do this a lot. This might be a thing we watch a lot. I don't know. Maybe we watch anime. Oh, that's crazy. Sorry, only Steven. No, Allan is the one who likes anime. But I digress. No, the eyes do take some getting used to, but if you're familiar with the genre of anime at all, it won't be too much of a problem for you. All the characters are well done. I want to point out before we get into spoilers, I just want to say, while being the main character of a visual novel adaptation, the main character has a character.
Thank God for this main character. He's a person.
He's a human being.
He's so funny.
He's sarcastic and he pranks people and he makes jokes and has a past and a future.
It's brilliant, and so like canon, right? It's very similar main character to canon, but I would say just Tomoya, he's got just a leg up on him. Like he's just that much funnier than him, not by much, because they're both great main characters. The same person, almost certainly the same person.
So canon is Clannad light to an extent.
Yeah, it has Sunahara. It has
have
the purple hair girl that Allan is right now, Kyo,
which is the exact same design.
Oh yeah, it's like everyone's the same, but it's good. It's a slightly different story, just the same characters.
It even has a Fuko.
It has all the same characters.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're the same.
Nagisa's the brown haired girl with the shawl.
Yeah, no, they're all there.
Oh my god.
The whole cast is there. That's what I was saying. If you haven't if you watched anything by Key before, like, you've seen the character designs.
Okay, well, Aaron was totally different, but anyway, we're digressing too much.
We're digressing. It's fine. It's fine. All I want to say before we head into spoiler section is that it has a main character, and if you're turned off by watching these shows because of the bland main character goon, this is a real-life, actual character. Whether you love him or hate him. My best friend hates him with a fiery passion for a lot. But he's a character that you can have feelings about. And that's all I wanted. Thank you.
He's so...
Anybody have anything else to mention before we jump into spoiler section?
Well, I recommend it.
Oh, right, we do that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Recommend, not recommend, or is it like and dislike? I think
it's like dislike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are great at these formats, I swear. I'm gonna give it a like, with the fact that most of my like comes from season 2 being infinitely better in every way, shape, and or form. However, the first season is still enjoyable.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, Thomas.
I go last.
Anything to say. Yeah.
I like it independently. You don't need to watch the second one, but you need to watch the second one. But you can like this on its own, but you need to watch the second one because it's so good. That's like, it's like you watch Batman Begins. Like, it was good, right? But then you watch Dark Knight and you're like, holy shit, like total another level. Same thing.
I would almost even put them in 2 different genres. Like the first season 1 is just very rom-com, like visual novel rom-com, like that's just about it. It's just you don't really get much plot for the most part. It's like different arcs.
The characters, and you get to know them.
You get
That's
the characters
for season 2.
Right, and that's what I was gonna say. This is just like a cutesy rom-com. Like, honestly, I'd say even maybe generic for what it is. But then season 2 is phenomenal. So I will give it a like, but just with the knowledge that season 1 is what you would expect from a rom-com.
Yeah.
If you don't like a general cutesy rom-com, this probably won't shine, but you should watch it anyway because
you should watch it anyways, because I don't like those, and I had to force myself to watch the Clannad the first time, and then I got to season 2, and
it's worth it.
Damn,
Yeah.
This is really just the advertisement for season 2, Pod. Allan,
It's
Electric
important.
Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
We did have one of these before. I'll say I like it. I think that it, just like Thomas said, it is pretty good on its own, especially for what it is. It's not. It's the main character is very like personal and an actual character, and you actually get to learn about him, and he actually grows and crap, and it's great. Season 2 is obviously better. I'm not going to rehash everything that everyone else says. But on its own, like, you could definitely still enjoy it.
Yeah, especially if you're a fan of Key stuff. Because when we say it's kind of generic, it's generic because Key makes that show.
Well, it's
a
a
lot.
it's a galgay.
Especially back then.
It's a galgay. So like, if you like the main character going around helping girls, if you're in that phase of your anime career, like,
In other words, high school.
then
I mean-
it's perfect for you.
It was high school for all of us at the very least.
Yeah, I just know that. I mean,
No, fair.
I'll
Fair.
probably come back to that genre at some point.
I still like playing visual novels.
I don't think I'll go back to that genre, but fair enough. Forgive my callouts. With that in mind, I think it's time for the spoiler section. So, if our recommendations for season 2, and I also guess this thing, have got you intrigued, go watch it. Leave Twitch, pause the YouTube video, go out into the world, you brilliant thing, you. Go watch some Clannad. Come back. We'll still be here. We'll still be there to talk to you. We're great. If you just want to hear us talk about it and don't want to watch it, that's cool too. We like your views. And if you have watched it and just want to hear us validate or invalidate your opinions and then yell at us on the internet for invalidating them, hey, we take views. So, spoiler section begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the spoiler section. As always, we ask the same goddamn question: who was best girl?
So it's taking everything for me not to say Sunohara, because I like Sunohara a lot. But this isn't his brightest moment. Like, he's got some fantastic moments. Like
No more
with,
season 2 talk.
yeah, like it's just too good. It's too good.
No more
But-
season 2 talk. We're here for
Yeah.
season 1 pod.
But so for season 1, I'm going to have to say best girl is actually girl this time, and it's Tomoyo.
With the plot twist.
Yeah, like she is like she gets what she wants and she does what she wants and like like she's direct. She's not like so she's not a tsundere. She's like the girl who's like I do this, I do that, I do this, I kick ass, and I also like Tomoya and
Alright, yeah, I should also note
Yeah.
for people who haven't seen the show, Tomoya, main character. Tomoyo, silver-haired girl. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she is great, and I did appreciate the fact that she was like, the fact that she gets like invalidated as a love interest almost hurts me the most, just due to the fact that she puts so much time into like having an actual relationship, and it's like, but you're not the main character, so get out. It's
Hey,
like,
man,
oh,
you can go play
Alright.
that visual novel.
Yeah.
I have played that visual
yeah.
novel, and then I've played Tomoyo after, and that's hentai.
yeah, well, yeah.
Tomoyo
So-
After is I think it's actually on Steam, and I think it's a clean version. If you want,
How? That's the first hour of the game.
I might play it. I might play
Yeah,
it.
it's,
Like
if
that-
you can get past the first hour, it becomes like an actual visual novel again. It's just, man.
I didn't think it was real. Like I didn't think he did stuff like that. And
No,
then I
they do.
looked
They
into
do.
it.
Well, they do.
Yeah, Canon was like that, and
Little
Arrow was like
Busters.
that.
Everything is.
Little Busters is like that.
yeah, there's
Okay, we're breaking Tom. Steven, who's your best girl? Save us.
Kyo. Tsundere all the way.
Sudera all the way. She's also, to be fair, she's a real character as well. She has motivations and love for her sister, and like is a person. But yeah, also Sudera all the way.
Yep.
I believe Allan and I were torn between Tomoyo and Kyo. Allan, did you make a decision?
well, I think when I originally watched it, I liked Tomoyo more, so I'll just go with that. Or yeah.
Alright, so I'm given the choice to side with the majority or to give Steven a fighting hand. I choose, as the guy who asks the question, to do neither and back out because it's not my problem. Tomoyo or Ryo. They're both fantastic, and I was about to say, but I choose, and then the other one's argument just popped right back into my head, and I can't do it. They're both really good, and I've seen both arcs of what happens, like if you date one or if you date the other, and they're both really good.
But Katomi.
Okay. You know what? You're right. Katomi is best girl. I just really love worthless people who do nothing. Oh, wait.
Hey, she had a backstory.
Yeah, and that's it. Backstory and boobs.
Alright.
Hello, character.
I'm going to do a quick run through of the characters. Please, somebody tell me if I missed something or grossly misrepresent someone. Tomoyo. She is cool, kick-butt gang girl who do things and try to be cool, but also like just tries to be a decent human being and is not amazing at it. But she's wonderful all the same.
But she's trying.
But she's trying, and it matters a lot.
Very serious.
Yes.
For the most part.
Kyo, older twin of Ryo. Tsundere. Very, very tsundere. Ryo.
This gave the definition. Kyo gave the definition of baka.
Yeah, no, she did though. Oh, also, Kyo has a pet swinub.
Oh yeah, that is
It's
true.
a swinub. I'm not calling it by whatever animal that actually is. It's a swinub, and it
It's
involves
some kind of
It's
pig.
just a wild boar.
Yeah.
swinub. Then you have her twin sister Ryo, very shy. Not great for much, but amazing to pull pranks on because God, she will go for it every single time. With them we have Katomi. She plays the violin and is very, 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 very smart. And plays the violin is a little kind. She's aware of what a violin is.
She is aware that you put a bow on it and then do stuff afterward, but there's a step missing, and she does not know that step.
Violin. Put
Savant
bow
genius.
on it. Question mark.
Yeah.
Question mark. Question mark.
I'm gonna call it the opposite type of savant, where usually a savant is really, really good at one thing, but really bad at everything else. She's really, really good at most things that require a brain. Just the violin is
Not one of them.
terrible.
Music does require different. Actually.
True.
Is music all the brain?
Sure, probably. Anywho. Then on top of them, we have Fuko! Fuko is small and likes starfish. And is adorable.
No.
Oh, also,
Right.
without trying to spoil too much,
We are in the spoilers.
if you've seen Canon,
Oh,
you
don't
should-
spoil Canon.
if you haven't seen Canon, you should watch Canon before you watch this.
I agree.
It's... Yeah, I'll leave it at that. As
No.
far as Fuko's concerned, watch
As far as
Canon
Fuko's
first.
concerned. No, he's absolutely right. Alright, on top of them, have I hit all the main girls? We have Tsunohara, his best friend, Tomoya, the main character, who we've talked about. Tsunohara, his derpy best friend, who makes poor decisions often.
Did you ever say Nagisa?
I was leaving her for last. Nagisa, main love interest Chan, whose defining feature is being main love interest Chan. And determination.
And she's overly cutesy.
She is adorable.
She's hyper feminine, basically.
She is the most feminine you will ever feminine.
So
I think she likes bread.
She likes
beef
her
bread.
family's bakers.
Yeah, okay, good. That's about as much. Oh, and she's very sick.
Oh.
She gets anime disease a lot.
She wants to make the club as well.
She wants to make a drama club.
Which is like the main point of the show.
As we try very hard to make Nagisa sound good.
Unfortunately for Nagisa, her parents are cooler than she is.
Her parents are so cool.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah,
Actually, you know what?
Important characters in the show. Nagisa's parents, best girl all the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Dude.
I take back my best girl. It's Akio, her dad.
It's so Akio. Akio was so good.
Why are we all the worst? How did we forget best girl? It's Akio. And that train just does not stop, for the record.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Oh, man.
he stays consistently awesome throughout the entire both seasons.
God, Akio is best girl. Akio is Nagisa's dad. Alright. So we're gonna jump into this arc by arc, and then I think we have some feelings we need to get out. But first things first. First arc, you just have first pseudo arc. You just meet the main character, Tomoya. He doesn't like his life. Everything is sad. You're gonna learn why things are sad later. He meets Nagisa. She wants to start a drama club. He has friends and has randomly met girls around the school, and they decide to do that thing. But then that storyline is interrupted for the first but not last time for Fuko. Somebody give it to me, because I'm the only one who tolerates Fuko.
So, all right, once again, stop the video now if you want to watch canon. Watch canon. Fuko is the same story as canon in that it's the girl who is actually in the hospital, but her ghost remains around in the school, and they're just trying to put her to rest. And I'm not sure if anyone really comes to the full realization. Like, I know the main character, Tomoya, puts it together pretty closely, but he doesn't, like, I don't ever think he ever says that she's the ghost girl. And by the end of it, everyone forgets about who she is, and they just all show up to Fuko's sister's wedding, which is what would put her to rest, and no one knows why they're there, but they're all happy for her sister.
And then she gets out of the hospital.
And well, I think that happens in season 2, actually,
and then
right?
she keeps showing up throughout the rest of the show, so I assume she got out of the hospital earlier. Whoops.
No. She just kept randomly showing up. She's still in the hospital. She's just randomly showing up to randomly do things for funsies.
I thought that she got out and was just showing up.
No, she gets out in After Story.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, her ghost just likes to wander around doing things for no reason.
Yep.
Great. Fantastic. Yeah, so alright. There are feelings about this arc. Fuko is irritating at best. I enjoyed this arc. It's actually the only arc of all of the originals, the first season of Clannad, that actually makes me have feelings.
Really?
What, are you gonna tell me Katomi's did?
No, not Katomi's. No.
Wait, isn't this the one where Nagisa finds out that her parents... That one was fantastic. That's in this.
Okay, fine. But Fuko was... man, I really liked the Fuko arc, alright? That was unexpected feels. It was nice. It was nice that they tried to just keep doing this, and it was sad when everybody kept forgetting her. And I actually admired how bloody hard she was trying, even though she was really, really worthless at everything. And I liked the birthday party.
You know, to go along with that, I just want to quote from the wiki for Fuko. Fuko randomly appears during tense situations and tries to help, but doesn't really do anything to help solve the problem.
No, that's about right.
Yeah. That's her character.
She's a superhero.
Sure.
In her own mind.
Okay. That said, I did appreciate the attempts she made towards her sister's wedding. And I really, really liked... While her sister was alright, I love her sister's fiancé and now husband. Because that's Yoshino Yusuke.
Yoshino.
In the dub,
different thing.
In the dub, he had an accent, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was Japanese. I looked it up. I think he's Mexican, the voice actor, and it comes through, and he kind of rounds out everything that he says, almost like a Japanese accent would. You must give yourself to the situation, that sort of thing, where just kind of round everything. I don't know. But I thought it was funny. He's fantastic as well. Not fantastic, but he's pretty funny. And he's relevant. Not yet. Relevant? Will be.
Yeah, he will be more relevant later, but he's really cool. I think he was still pretty cool just for that bit, though. And, learning his past and, how he failed his earlier dreams, but, yeah.
I was trying to remember who you were talking about. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Singer-songwriter who failed, went to drugs, and then went back home, found the love of his life, and was like, oh, I was supposed to keep singing for you, but I failed that. Now I'm an electrician, but I still love you. Let's get married. And it was alright.
Yeah. And then second season in the baseball episode where he's like,
oh my god. No, stop it. We're not doing second season. We're not talking about second season anymore. We're in the first season. No, sir. No.
He loves their baseball.
No,
I guess
Japan loves baseball.
Japan loves their baseball. Way more than we do, by the way. As Americans, we like to pretend we still care. We don't. Japan, on the other hand, 100% full throttle. Somebody get those people some hot dogs.
Baseball is the epitome of youth, man.
It is the epitome of youth, man. Now we're mixing our key anime. That is the first arc. After that is Katomi, I want to say.
Yeah.
I believe so.
You get some
Katomi
shenanigans.
was pretty early.
Yeah, you get some shenanigans with some of the girls. Then you get Katomi, who is genius girl. Her parents died. She burnt down her house.
Unrelated. Her parents died in a plane accident. Then she burnt down her
house
house because she was upset.
Yeah.
And so like she's the one that has all.
They get her to have a violin rehearsal.
Yeah, the whole point of her is like showing that she has a backstory with the main character and like something traumatic happened, I guess, and the main character put it out of his mind.
You know what was really
their worlds.
You know, I actually enjoyed that part when she wasn't there.
Wait. What does that mean?
When like they're fixing up the house and stuff.
I love that.
Yeah, I really like that part.
Their garden was beautiful.
Put together and like actually become close friends for the first time was lovely.
But when she's there,
she's bad.
Oh my god.
The next arc was May, I'm pretty sure.
Next arc is, let's see, we have more drama shenanigans and then May, yeah. Oh, more importantly, next arc becomes Kuroko no Clannad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's 1-on-1. Except there's 3 on this time around.
I need to finish the Hogan show.
Basketball happens. And you find out Tomoya's sad backstory, because even he has one. He used to play basketball. He was actually at the school for a basketball scholarship.
You find that out in like episode 2.
Yeah, fair enough. He was. Do you find out the actual reason?
Yeah, so Nagisa like is waiting out in the rain and then he like...
That's episode 2. Yeah, so Tomoya used to be a basketball player, was at the school for basketball scholarship actually, which they do for high school in Japan, because high school is like college to us to some extent. It's terrifying actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what college is like. No, because you have to like apply to high school and there are tests and everything. Like,
No, I agree. It's
but then his dad, who is an abusive, garbage human being, they got into a fight one day again, and long story short, his arm no longer goes above his shoulder. He cannot shoot a basketball. He is worthless.
I think it's implied that, like, it doesn't say directly, but I think it's implied that he beat him with a beer bottle.
It's shown in shadow silhouettes.
Yeah.
It happened. So, you know, that's fun. And now he has to face his own demons playing basketball. Which, I mean, he's doing well enough because they're up against scrubs, and then the starters show up. And they still win with the power of physics.
And Fuka! No.
Fuka does show up, you're right. But no.
Yeah,
it's the first time that Nagisa shows herself to be the main love interest, because it's her voice that allows Tomoya to shoot the basketball sideways. Yep, he's sideways, and then the ball's in his hands, and he just kind of, and it happens.
Oh yeah, he totally fucking cheeses it.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't a real shot. That was not that basketball did not go in that hoop in real life, even close. But I did enjoy that because we got to see Mei, Sunohara's sister. We got to see more Sunohara, and
I don't like Mei.
No, I don't like Mei, but I like Sunohara. And we got more Sunohara time because of her. And we got basketball demons, which is fun. And also, main character was a character, once more. I'm just putting this out there. By the way, throughout this entire thing, he's been pranking people. He's put milk up Fuko's nose. He's convinced Ryo that he transformed into a girl. No, he convinced Fuko using Ryo that he transformed into a girl and that it just falls off sometimes.
And they have like a little moment with Fuko and Ryo, and they're like,
oh God, it's so good.
He actually really likes the like snarky main character. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of their works just have that as the main character.
No,
Which
you're
is
absolutely
odd.
right.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have a good one. It's nice to have him not be completely and utterly and totally bland.
Yeah.
And this one's the snarkiest. I could keep going on his pranks, by the way. He convinces Sunahara that he's been sleeping for 1,000 years and this is the future, and the apocalypse has occurred.
And that Sunahara needs to end everything with, and a toilet.
Yeah.
All of that.
He teaches
And-
Sunahara to seduce a girl with only his words and the ability to get beat up.
And bowling.
And bowling! And yoga stretches.
And yoga.
Oh my God. Guys, Tomoya is the best anime main character of all time, and I won't hear otherwise.
You need to confess your love in order. So like he's like in order to beat her in unarmed combat, which is like so. His whole point is like to beat Tomoyo.
We're in the next
You
arc.
need to
Sunahara and
test
Tomoyo
your
fight
love
a
to
lot.
her while you're doing
That is
squats.
a lot, yeah. Confess your love while doing squats. We're in the next arc. Congratulations, they fight a bunch. To get the one up, Sunahara trusts his absolute best friend Tomoya to help him beat Tomoyo. Shenanigans. So many shenanigans. Also, Tomoyo's backstory comes out. She was a gang member. She fights gangs. She has a bad reputation, but she wants to be student council president to save the trees.
But people keep bringing up her past. And,
So, a bunch of sports and stuff to make her loved by everyone. And also, she keeps kicking the shit out of Sunahara.
Yeah.
we also didn't mention the alternate story that's also happening at the same time.
The
The alternate world, the girl, the
Like
the
the-
solo
the
girl.
robot.
Yeah, the junk robot. So there's
I thought that was just an after story.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
No.
more of a thing in After Story.
it's explained in After Story, but like it's
So it
through
does-
all of this.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess I shouldn't say what it is just yet,
oh,
but
that'd be awful. Don't do that thing.
yeah, okay. But in this, there's just a story. The whole point of the drama club is so Nagisa can tell the story that she dreams about, like all the time. And I think part of the connection between Nagisa and the main character is the main character also has the dreams.
Yeah.
And they're just told from different perspectives. And so the main character dreams of it from the junk robot's perspective, and Nagisa dreams of it from a third perspective where she's looking down on it. And it's this girl who finds this little robot in this one room in this giant field, and that is all that there is of this world, and she just wants to tell the story in a dramatic format of the junk robot and the girl just surviving. And
And it should be noted that this is very, very heavily implied and or just flat out stated that this is the other world that Kotomi's parents were doing research into, and that she decides to dedicate her life to doing research into as well. So it is an existent, other dimension that this is occurring in.
By the
Kind
way,
of.
if the viewers haven't noticed yet, me and Steven haven't watched this for a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, so fun fact. I don't think any of us watched it in these last 2 weeks. That said, I've watched the show 6 times. Thomas, your number...
I've seen this probably at least 8 times.
Wow.
Like, we might goof a little bit of the details, and the most recent time I watched it was, I think, 4 months ago, with my little brother. We were watching it together because he wanted to watch. So, like, we might goof a little bit of the details, the finer things. The feelings are still there, the knowledge is still there, we swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all of us have watched it, like, multiple times.
I've watched After Story multiple times.
Fair. Anywho, we're actually coming up on the final arc. The
Yeah,
Nagisa arc.
That's why I mentioned that, because it's back to Nagisa. Finally.
Before we get to Nagisa, actually, I want to talk about Tomoyo for one more thing. She, like, wakes him up every morning, cooks him breakfast, is, like, the absolute best to him. Like, that is a relationship. They're just dating. They're just dating. That's what that is.
Yeah, pretty much.
But nope. Nope. Tomoyo is robbed by a tennis ball. That's the scene in which, I guess now we're jumping into Nagisa Arc, in which Nagisa gets hit by a tennis ball in the leg, and Tomoya gets
That is the moment.
super overprotective of her to the point of like, oh, okay, we all see where this is going, and the main characters all see. Ryo and Kyo cry,
which is a great moment though.
It's a beautiful moment
because it's like the actual defining moment where the story just outright telling you this is who he ends up with, and everyone else, like all the characters, realize it and they're like, okay.
God damn
it's
it.
good that they actually react to it.
Yes,
it's the only show where that one happens, to be completely honest.
It's fantastic that it happens.
Yeah, like you see Tomoyo be like, Tomoyo accept it. You see Kyo and Ryo both cry like it mattered. I don't know that Kitomi was even there or reacted. I tried to block her out of my mind. But that's really, it is beautiful. And as much as we shit on Nagisa, she is perfect for Tomoya, as seen in the thing I said we weren't going to talk about anymore. I'm trying so hard. Nagisa
except in Tomoyo after, where she's actually better for him.
I'm gonna spoil Tomoyo after right now because we're not gonna have a podcast on that one. He gets brain cancer and dies if you date her, so don't do that thing.
Oh.
I didn't know that, actually.
I didn't know that either.
I'm okay with that.
It's a lovely relationship right up until that point, though. It's great. Yeah, no, don't date Tomoyo is the moral of the story. If you date someone who's not the girl that they wanted you to date, you will be punished for it heavily forever.
No, you'll get punished no matter fucking what. This is key we're talking about.
No, that's true. No, that's absolutely true. But to avoid anything else, I'm going to keep moving on very, very quickly into how Nagisa's drama club thing is happening and how they're practicing for the play. And you finally see them doing it, and you also learn Nagisa's backstory, because she has one too.
This is the best arc in the show.
Her parents' backstory. Nagisa is a very, very sickly child. Nagisa's parents still tried to have their own lives while, like, kind of leaving the sickly child to live for herself. It didn't work, she almost died, and they gave up all of their dreams, everything that they were and everything that they had. To work from home, they opened a bread shop, to do everything they could just so they could live with Nagisa and stay with her and keep her happy and devote their lives to making her happy and nothing else. And Nagisa doesn't know that. And she finds out. And it breaks everything.
As my old college roommate used to aptly put it, it's that undefined anime cancer. It's nothing. It's not a real disease. They don't talk about it. They're just like, yeah, she gets sick. She has to stay home in bed first.
It was slightly cold outside, don't you know?
No, it's dead.
I think it's HIV.
It's not HIV.
It's actually probably
an autoimmune disorder.
It's probably the most logical explanation, actually.
It's definitely an autoimmune disorder. It can't be a sexually transmitted autoimmune disorder.
Be born with HIV.
No, yes, but that can still be sexually transmitted.
Or it could be transmitted through blood. I mean...
But a significant amount of blood.
We're gonna move on.
Okay.
She has an autoimmune disorder of some sort, very weak, very sickly, faints a lot, gets sick if it's even like slightly too cold. And her parents sacrificed, and it all culminates in the play, because they're still trying to do the play, and she just starts crying on stage. And Tomoya's there, Tomoya is like the other main character, and he's just waiting, everyone's waiting.
I think that's more for just like actual just anxiety, because she's also a very timid person.
Well, she is, but she hadn't been able to devote herself to the play beforehand because she found out about her parents. She found out that her parents had sacked everything for her. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So, I mean, it led to one of the greatest moments of the show, though. When Akio happens.
Aki bro.
Aki bro. He is ugly.
I'm doing Nagisa.
Stands up, shouts like she can do it. He also shouts that his and her mother's only goal in life is to make sure that she's happy and to fulfill her dream. That's what their dream is. So, like,
It's cute.
it's a super sweet moment. It's so sweet, okay? It's the sweetest. It's super sweet, and she finishes the play, and everybody loves it, and she sings Dango Daikezuku for no reason whatsoever in the middle of the play.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She just really likes Dango Daikazuku.
she just really likes Dango Daikezuku.
Don't we all though?
Not a bad song. At least when like the whole chorus comes in at the end, or like the midway point.
But it's a very sweet moment, and then the show culminates in the two of them confessing to each other, and then her crying. But it's good crying,
It's happy crying.
happy crying.
So, before we like move on to anything else, I wanted to talk about ending and opening songs. The opening song is something I don't totally Magmel, by Laya or Leah, however you pronounce it, and then the ending is the Dango song. I thought Magmel was okay, but the
It's a visual novel song, all right.
yeah, the opening to the second one though, I still have on my,
Thomas,
not even an iPod, but
get this.
it's so good. It's worth
talked
mentioning
about
here.
this.
It's relevant.
We
It's
have another
relevant.
podcast to talk about it.
Okay,
But
you're
yeah,
okay. Dango was better. The ending's better than the opening.
This is one of the few times that the ending theme is better than the opening theme, though.
the ending is very unique. It's very endearing. It's nothing special when you listen to it the first time, but it really grows on you.
Especially because
look-
it relates to the story.
All I'm saying is I can still listen to Town Flow of Time People and get feels. Like, that's from the OST.
That is.
Yeah,
I don't know the
great
names of the OST, and I know which one you're talking about.
I know
Is
the
that
one song.
That's
the one?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the very first song that plays after the opening in the first episode when
Has
he's
the
talking like,
Clannad soundtrack recorded? Because I remember I was driving with someone who just started playing. I was like, oh, I was not ready for this. not today.
My
fun when you
eyes
start out
can't
saying,
see the
like,
road.
I hate this place, and like it has all the power lines and stuff.
Yeah.
My God.
And they're up on the hill. God, it's such a good song.
Ah, man.
Because the show builds moments like no other.
It does.
Like it's so good.
Even with the show, even with all of us consensuously saying season one has its issues, maybe it's a little generic, it has those moments, though.
It has heights.
It
does.
has height, it has lows, but those lows aren't like, oh, the quality wasn't very good. Those lows are like, oh, my heart is gone, help me, please. I don't care
Except
what you
for
say,
Kotomi.
except for Katomi. No, but that had the high moment of all of them building the garden together. It's fine, rebuilding the house. But then you have things like Nagisa's mom doesn't, like, Fuko's disappearing in the hearts and minds and eyes of everybody. Nagisa's mom can still remember her, but she can't see her, and she's trying so damned hard to, like, hello, Fuko, looking in, like, the complete opposite direction. I know you're there. Hello, friend. It's heartbreaking.
Also, so like I had mentioned the opening of the second season, but also you have to keep in mind that they definitely had to have made this show thinking that it was building to the second
100%.
season.
100%.
Because
Oh, yeah.
even in the first episode, that voiceover is references to what happens in the second season.
It is.
That's all that it is.
It is.
He's like, if I hadn't turned around here, none of this shit would have happened. And he turns around and sees Nagisa, and he's like, oh god.
Technically speaking, all of the first season is a flashback. Or a backstory.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see
Yeah.
it like that.
Like, very technically speaking. But yeah.
It's actually kind of interesting because, like, as far as key anime go, I think Air's the only one that doesn't have, like, at least the bigger visual novels. I think Air's the only one that doesn't have like oh no, Canon too.
Canon, I was about to say Canon.
Doesn't have what?
A second
A
season.
second season.
Oh yeah.
Clannad onwards. all of
Unless you
them do.
want to include Angel Beats, though it's getting a second season.
That's
As
the
far
second
as
getting one,
Air is
so.
concerned,
It's
I'm
not.
so
That
I'm
was
so
an April
glad
Fool's
that
thing, Steven.
Oh, man.
Oh, really?
Why'd you do
Yes.
this to me?
But it was
Wait, April
supposed
Fool's
to
for
like
what?
the day after. Oh, well,
Ah.
anyway,
April
that's
Fool's
off
for what?
topic.
Oh, man, we
Angel
thought
Beats
Angel Beats was
season
getting
2.
a second season, but April Fool's happened. Alright, it's fine. I'm only dying. Podcast canceled for the rest of fraternity. I'm just gonna.
I wanted to
goodbye,
like
everybody.
when you got back, I wanted to see if you actually believed that, because like I checked back on that link that you shared.
Allan, you're the worst human. Just the worst.
Man.
As far as Air is concerned, I'm glad that the show went in the direction of it not being a romance show
but
instead of it being more of like a paternal sort of thing.
no, sure. But on the topic of Clannad, it was 100%. The second season was made in mind, and the second season comes out like the next year, anyways, 2008, right? So I can check that real fast. 2008. Yeah. So they definitely were made together with everything together in mind, and it does show when you get there. I mean, honestly, for me, Clannad is just, it's a series of moments. It's a series of moments and like very funny jokes.
The jokes stick.
The jokes stick so well.
Yeah.
Guys, even if you don't like the rom half of rom-com, the com half will hold you. The com half will hold you all the way through, I promise. Even during like the saddest of sad times, you will find something to make you smile again. Jeez, it's so... God, I could have WeTaku gag pod in which we just talk about Clannad forever, and just the gags, all of them.
You almost reminded me of like a weeaboo version of Dumbledore, where in the darkest of times you can always find the light.
Ah, yes. Now go, children. Go and seek Voldemort. Watch him with anime.
Weeaboo Dumbledore. That might be your new name, Jovan.
You're not allowed. I don't want this. I don't want this. This is going to happen on other podcasts. I already feel it right now, and I'm really sad about it.
Anyway.
When's our next magical school one?
Never. Please never. Never again.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Do you want to talk about the OVAs?
I do. I personally do. Have all of you guys watched the OVAs?
I have, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
Quick reminder of the two. These are the season 1 OVAs, so let me refresh myself to make sure I don't talk about the season 2 OVAs.
Kyo,
which
like, had an OVA, right?
No, that's season 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the season 1
I
OVA.
think it was Ro and Tomoyo in this one, right?
This is Tomoyo, just Tomoyo.
Yeah.
Ro and Kyo's is the same one, and that's season 2. It's just another
Ro
OVA.
and Kyo's have two separate ones, I thought.
No, same.
Okay.
Same OVA. But
Tomoyo's is pretty nice.
yeah, Tomoyo's is really nice. I want to actually talk about Nagisa's first, just because that's still part of the actual plot. It's an extra more than it's an OVA, is what they call it. It's just a little bit further look into the beginning of Nagisa and Tomoyo's relationship, in which they still haven't held hands like 3 weeks later, because Japan or something.
Yeah, this. I'm glad they didn't keep this in. This felt like a filler.
It was super filler. It was super dumb.
It was alright.
I mean, in the end, you see them actually like hold hands and stuff. It's just like, I can't imagine that being an actual realistic situation, but I also don't know how stigmatized hand-holding is in Japan, but I assume
too
not.
lewd.
Yeah, like 3 weeks in America, like you would have at least kissed. Like as a high schooler, maybe.
Even if you haven't kissed, you've at least like touched the other human being at some
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even saying touched in like any, just like, you are aware that they are a physical thing and not a hologram walking with you.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
No, Allan, bad. You can't date a hologram.
Maybe it's your hallucination.
That's worse, Allan, that's worse, no.
I'd date Hatsune Miku.
You got... I know you would, and it's disappointing. You got some more time with Mei Tsunohara for whatever that's worth. It was not worth much. Mostly it just kind of showed, like, these two people don't know how to human whatsoever, but they're trying to date each other. And it was cute, but also really dumb. The other OVA is what happens in between if you chose Tomoyo and Tomoyo after, basically. And it's really sweet. Mm-hmm. It's really harsh, too, though.
Yeah.
Quick plot synopsis. Him and Tomoya and Tomoyo are dating. It's kind of going good, and then she's really busy with her student council activities. He's a delinquent, or he was a delinquent at the very least.
We never mentioned that. Yeah, so like he's a delinquent in the sense that like he doesn't do anything after school and he just goes straight home because he kind of hates life and he just pulls pranks on people instead.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was
He's not like in a gang.
Yeah, no. I guess we should mention that for him and Sunohara. Tomoyo. God, every time. Tomoya was supposed to play basketball. He was crippled, and then he no longer plays for basketball, and he's very bitter about life. Sunohara, for different reasons that are season 2, can't play soccer anymore, and he was there for the similar type of scholarship. Also can't play soccer anymore, and therefore they kind of delinquent and be bitter about life together.
Yeah, and Japan has this whole stigma against people who just go home instead of going to club, and they would just go home.
Yeah, go home first. Social stuff.
All right. Anyway, sorry. Continue, Giovanni. It's yours.
Yeah. Sorry. So he has a reputation for being delinquent. Rumors spread, and it's actively hurting Tomoyo's like abilities to get anything done with bureaucracy or whatever. So some guy finds Tomoyo, some faceless asshole finds Tomoya, tells him this, and Tomoya decides to break it off with her for that reason. Then everything she's doing with her life succeeds. He just kind of quietly passes his days. And then in the end, they find each other, and she decides that, no, like, sure, this might, like, not be greatest for my public image or whatever, but I love you, and we're getting back together. And it was really cute because you finally get something for Tomoyo, who should have won. Tomoyo should have absolutely won. There's literally no reason Tomoyo did not win.
I hear best girl Tomoyo coming from your lips.
Akio. Akio.
God damn it. Yeah.
Akio.
Alright. Akio's good.
However, no, you're right. Between, like, the problem is Kyo has that, like, the childhood friend, the, like, everything going for her. But man, Tomoyo put in so much effort into that relationship. That is unfair. She was robbed.
Mm-hmm.
Robbed.
She was robbed.
Damn paternal instincts and shit.
Whatever. But it was a really sweet OVA, and I really appreciate that they gave the fans OVAs of like, so Nagisa wasn't the girl you chose first. Nagisa wasn't the girl anyone chose first. Here's what would have happened if the show had gone with that storyline. And that was appreciated by the show.
Yeah. I thought those definitely add to the show. Like, it was very nice to see the like other stories. Like in canon though, like he does end up with a couple of them,
and then they all end for various reasons.
Yeah,
very spoiled like the biggest plot point of canon, so I'm gonna keep going here.
He ends up with like 3 girls.
Yeah, one of them is dying of cancer, so that doesn't work out. One of them turns into a fox and runs off into the woods, so that doesn't work out.
Yeah, that was
You're just gonna totally spoil it. All right,
no, it's fine. And in the end, let it be known that in canon, Fuko is the main love interest, and she wins.
Yeah, and main cancer girl. Still spoiling canon, by the way. Main cancer girl's like dying. And they don't talk about it.
No,
and
because
someone gets hit by a car.
Alive.
Yeah, and someone gets hit by the car. Yeah, and like she's still there. Like everyone's happy, go lucky. But
it's
like,
not
she's
even
still dying.
No, yeah, but it's not even that like he fell in love with the Fuko girl. Like she was just the last one standing. And technically speaking, she was.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's time to go to final thoughts.
Everyone is out of the running. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
This is not Clannad anymore.
It's canon.
It's basically the same show, but in winter.
Clannad or canon is Clannad. It's now canon now. Got it.
Also, if any of you are tempted to watch canon because of what we said, watch the 2006 version. I beg you. The 2002 version is unwatchable trash.
Please.
Anywho,
I totally forgot that was.
Yep. Rating, Steven, you're right. I apologize. Let it be known that Ugu is the worst thing that ever happened to anime.
Ugu?
Ugu! Now, final thoughts and ratings here. I'm gonna give it a recommended. Once more with a caveat. I recommend, if you're into rom-coms, then I recommend it wholeheartedly because it's the best one you're gonna watch. Toradora is better. It's the best visual novel adaptation you're gonna watch. It's incredible. It's good. it knows what it's doing, and it manages to make all the girls relevant while not having them all be thrown aside for no reason, Tomoyo accepting.
Yeah, they persist through until the end.
Yeah, and it's great.
Not, for the most part, it's not romantic, except for Tomoyo.
No, that's the best. Yeah, the Tomoyo one. That's why it's heartbreaking, because she's like just his girlfriend. He just doesn't acknowledge it. Ugh. But whatever. For the rest of them, it's not romantic. He's basically the world's best friend, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them taking that approach of, like, not like canon, where it is romantic every time, but this time it's, oh man, we are best buds. And that's just kind of where it goes. You get, like, little ecchi moments like the closet, which was weird, where it's like, oh, will they be a thing? But you know they won't. Kyo in the closet. It's not actually ecchi, but it is, like, gym uniform, like her trying to... Yeah.
No, that was pretty close to ecchi. I would say, yeah.
But you get little moments, but in the end, he's just a really good friend, and that's really cool. Also, like Tsunohara, great character. Tomoya, great character. If you want character interactions, I'm gonna say the word again. I've been clean for like.
Yeah, you haven't said it in a long time.
Guys, it's back.
Jovan, don't! You're gonna relapse.
I'm gonna relapse.
It's fine. We need it. It adds to the show, man. You need the catchphrase.
Character interactions. They're so good. All of them. Every character. Every single one interacting with another character acts the correct way they should, whether or not you like that character. Gonna say it like that.
Does Kotomi ever interact with Fuko, out of curiosity? I don't
she's
think
shocked
so.
about her existence like one time, but like not really interact. Not till season 2. Nobody acts out of character. Nothing happens because plot demands. I mean, plot happens like Nagisa's anime plot disease, but like no character acts out of character because the plot demands it, and
it's
that's
not
all
cancer.
For that's true.
I've been watching House. I know this shit.
Allan,
Oh, House?
not to diagnose lupus. Now,
That's.
What the heck?
I give it a strong recommendation, but for those of you who don't like the genre, I still give it a strong recommendation because After Story is a story that can only be told like by After Story with these characters. It's not a story you're gonna encounter anywhere else, I don't believe, and I think it's a really important one to watch. Yeah, no, that's the correct one, Tom. You got it. You spelled it wrong, but you got it.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. But second season is going to tell a story. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm not even going to spoil like the idea of it, even though you'll figure it out pretty quick. It tells a story that nothing else can, and I think that's worth a lot. So whether or not you're super into the first season, I don't think anybody will find it intolerable. And I do think you will be happy that you watched it, if only to get to the second season. Though, once more, if you're a fan of the genre, this is the best you're going to get. So get in there and enjoy it. Thumbs up for me.
Allan?
Oh, right. We do the weird reverse order thing.
It's not reverse, but...
Okay, yeah, I recommend it wholeheartedly. I think, like, even... Well, okay, if you don't like the sort of visual novel adaptation thing, like, it'll still be alright. It won't be, like, grating like other ones will be, but it won't be the best thing if you don't like this kind of thing. But I recommend it to basically everyone, like, even those people. The main character is great. The girls are, like, not, aside from Fuko, not grating. You know.
We mostly ignore Kotomi, but yeah.
Look, her arc, her, like, route was fine when she wasn't there. And she wasn't as grating as Fuko to me, so...
I would like to think that one of her plot points was literally grating on a violin, but we're arguing straws here.
Ew. Are you done?
Yeah, I'll just give it a wholehearted recommendation. Pretty much echoing what Siobhan said, word for word, except I think this is better than Toradora.
Season 1 is better than Toradora?
I mean...
No.
I'm not
Season 2.
Big fan of Toradora.
Sure.
I think this was
Oh,
really
God.
good rom-com.
Steve, I'm going over
Like,
to your place and beat you up. This is wrong.
It's fine.
I'm a big fan of Clannad, but I would still say Toradora is better than Season 1 Clannad.
Alright, I mean, fair enough. Like, I'm just saying, as Javon said,
Right.
if you love rom-coms, this is at least one of the best you're gonna watch.
Oh, yeah.
And then, even if you don't, it's worth watching because Season 2 is worth the build-up. So, yeah, very, very strong recommendation. It was one of my first few anime. I think it should be most people's.
Yeah, I think
it
all of us
seems
showed
to-
up pretty early on our anime careers.
Yeah, it seems to tend to be an early thing, and I think that's for good reason.
I think that's more for our generation, just because it came out around the time that we were getting.
Yeah,
That's true.
Into it.
That's true.
yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I would give it a full recommendation on my side. I would definitely say try to get to it. If we have any viewers that, of the like 6 that we get, if one of you just happens to be like
Yeah, the
younger
YouTube channel
than
gets more than that. The Twitch chat, on the other hand, is less.
whatever,
Who?
or
how many people are
twitch.com/WeTaku,
right now?
but or youtube.com/WeTaku, whatever. But the if you happen to be still in high school or younger, I mean, if you're a middle schooler, it's fine too. Like, just watch it. Like, try to watch it before you get out, because it stays relevant at that point, and I feel like relevancy is important when you're watching something. And it's good. There was another thing I wanted to mention before we got to After Story, but I didn't. I knew I was going to forget it. By the time watching After Story, I knew I'd forget it now. So.
Fine. If you remember it, we can start off the After Story pod with it, and then we'll move forward from there.
Hope so. I'll write it. I'll write
What's
it down
next?
if I think about it.
All right. What's next, you ask? Well, we're going back to the Serial Experiments Lain
A
pod
toilet.
that I goofed. No, we're not going to the toilet. Lain is good. Lain is good.
Wait, Lane's next?
Lane's next.
I thought-
Some things happened. Lane's next. Remember when Real Taku happened?
What's happening 2 weeks from now? Or 3
No,
weeks before?
It's
4 weeks
just
now is Batum.
yeah.
Okay,
no.
okay. So it's
Yes. Unless it's After Story. We're ironing out some things, okay, guys? It's fine.
The
Everything
next is Lain.
fine. Listen, the next is Lain. I goofed up the schedule with our guests, but he is very, very lovely. With Mr. Dakota Broski. He is so hyped to talk about Lain, and I'm really happy to have him on the show. And we have fixed it so that this time that same scheduling thing won't happen. That was entirely on me, and I horribly apologize to everybody for it. But at least we got Real Taku out of it, so hey, I liked Real Taku. I should tweet that out, because that needs more views, and tweeting things out helps it a lot. Now,
We usually do a quick plot synopsis of the next thing, right?
usually we just say, why did you choose it?
Oh, okay.
Well, it's Lane next, so
Yeah.
did we already
I don't
talk
know.
about Lane?
yeah, we kind of already
Did?
did it.
We did
think-
that
I think
Pre-
Allan.
for another
Yeah,
one, and then I
when-
messed up.
Yeah. So like, is it necessary again? I don't
Go
know.
back and
I
watch
don't
our
know.
other
It's
episode.
just-
Haha! Plugs,
Yeah.
plugs.
So what is being human? Can you still be alive after you die? I think that's what it's about. I've only watched the first 2 episodes.
It's
Look,
more what
I'm
is
a-
the internet?
I'ma sum it up for you. Girl become internet.
Anywho, Lain is coming up. It actually, I personally believe it's a fantastic watch. However, I'm a fan of the writer, so that's a thing.
I've liked what
Um,
I've watched so far. So.
Yeah, good. Happy to hear. We're really looking forward to having Lain. Other things coming up on our channel. I don't think we have another Real Taku coming anytime soon, unless somebody feels very strongly about a genre we need to cover.
I feel
about-
strongly about Winter 2017 because it was very bad.
Yeah, I actually, Steven.
That's why you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah,
I didn't get.
It wasn't.
I didn't
it
get the
wasn't a
reason.
great season. It was not a great season.
Oh.
I agree. I think spring 2017 though. Mamma mia! This is a good anime season.
Yeah.
Mamma mia!
Mamma mia!
That's the spice of the season.
That's a spicy anime. Before we offend any other Italian viewers.
Oh boy,
Yep.
To offend
Um,
every single viewer.
that's gonna end up on a compilation somewhere.
One day. Hopefully, actually. Hey, that means we made it big, right?
Maybe. Do you look up things after you've seen a compilation?
That's fair. Other things coming up. I think we might do something talking about spring this year, the spring season. Steven, if you want to do something talking about winter, I'm more than happy to do something with you there.
I don't know.
Well,
I feel like there's not that much to talk about, honestly.
As
But
usual, things will be happening. Impromptu videos. I have a few ideas for scripts I want to write, so those will be a thing, probably. And also, don't forget, WeTaku Gaming is a channel. And I assume you guys are still uploading things to it. I haven't recorded.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we recorded today. We
Good.
are getting back on schedule now.
I need
Proud.
to buy recording software. And I'll just keep that generic. I guess I could do. Oh yeah, can't you stream directly through YouTube?
I don't know about
can.
YouTube.
You
Yes,
can
only.
stream on YouTube, but
Yeah, you can also do that. Or you can just use OBS.
I'll figure it out. Anyway, I did want to mention before we go, please tell your friends about us. Like,
Love us.
it would be cool to get bigger, but that's not gonna happen unless like people start telling people about us. But I mean, like, if you don't really care about us, just listen to us. That's fine. Like, I really don't mind. I really.
We saw the channel grow, and then we stopped making video. Well, I'm going to be real with you, audience, for a sec. The channel grew, then we kind of stopped making videos and podcasts for a while because real life caught up to us really hard. We're back, we've been a lot more consistent now, and what we desperately want is to rebuild that fan base to where it was, and then to expand past it, right?
It'd be cool.
And, yeah, for some videos, you guys have shown up in spades, for others, less so. Both are super cool, I get it, it's fine, but we'd really, really love to hit that level of consistency, so we are shilling ourselves at the end of our own episode, hoping you guys made it this far. Because it's probably like it's enough to keep helping.
I mean,
So-
we don't make money off of this.
No, we don't.
We just do it.
Like, guys, we've had episodes where, like, nobody watches for weeks. It doesn't matter. We love doing this, and we're going to keep doing this. So please make us do this and make us feel better about it, at least. But, no, this is definitely a passion project of all of ours, and we're really enjoying it. So thank you very, very much for those of you who have at least watched us thus far. With all that in mind, I think it's time to bid you adieu.
To you and you and you.
Adieu. Adios.
bye.